What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can get ×3 weapon surge on 2 different weapon types. So I've been doing a ton of testing on elemental orbs from the seasonal artifact, and I came across a pretty neat interaction. It revolves around the artifact mod Communal Pickups. When an ally destroys or picks up your Tangle or elemental orb, the Tangle cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds, and you gain a bonus damage with weapons matching your subclass for 10 seconds. So that last part is what's interesting, because if we look closely, you get a weapon boost ×3 to the element matching your subclass. So essentially a ×3 weapon surge. But what is especially interesting is you can also run a weapon surge of a different element and get a ×3 weapon surge for that weapon as well. So you can have a ×3 weapon surge on 2 different weapon types. Sadly, we do not have a kinetic subclass, so it will not give you a ×3 kinetic surge for the orb pickup, but you could run ×3 kinetic surge on your boots and then have teammates pick up the orb matching your subclass, and then you have ×3 weapon surge of that weapon type for 10 seconds. Now, I'm fully aware that this is a lot of setup, and from testing, it takes about 3 weapon kills with a weapon type matching your subclass to make an orb, and there is somewhat of a cooldown associated with this. So you can't just rapidly kill like 10 enemies and get 3 orbs. I think the cooldown is around 10 seconds. And the orbs themselves last about 20 seconds before they disappear. So you can't just litter the battlefield with them. But what this would allow you to do is get 2 ×3 weapon surges going into a DPS phase. Picture Templar. There are lots of ads around there. You could assign people their harpies and just kill 3 before DPS starts, and then everyone can run and grab someone else's orbs. The damage buff timer starts on orb pickup, so you would want to pick this up right before damage starts. Obviously no one knows the optimal DPS strats for the upcoming Crota's End raid, but Apex Predator with bait and switch is a go-to with Wolfpack rounds and Izanagi swapping, so you could have 3 kinetic surges on, and then if you are on a solar subclass, your teammate grabs your solar orb right before DPS, and then you can start your damage rotations. Unfortunately, you would only have 3x solar damage for 10 seconds. So you probably want to run Solar Surge on your boots to maximize your rocket damage. Well then, here's a different scenario. Run Solar Surge on your boots with an Arc subclass. So say you're a Titan with Cuirass. You can run an Osmosis primary weapon to save sniper ammo, get your weapon kills to make an orb, teammate picks up the orb, then you can fire off a bunch of Cloud Strike shots while you have the buff, and if it is a boss at range, Rapid Fire Ranger can apply a 15% weaken debuff. Then you have Solar Surge on your boots, proc bait and switch, and then dump your rockets. Right before damage ends, just pop your Thunder Crash. Fourth Horseman and Grand Overture are a couple other arc weapons that could also benefit from the short 10-second buff before swapping to something else for your main DPS that takes advantage of your weapon surges. I know there is a lot of timing and optimization involved, and it is all encounter dependent, but the point of this video was just to make you aware of the fact that there is an artifact mod that can give you a free 22% weapon damage boost for 10 seconds. Because a lot of people may not have been aware of how this works. The possibilities of how you want to use it are endless. The last hypothetical scenario I want to give is the new Trials GL, the Cataphract GL3. It can roll with Envious Assassin and Bait and Switch, so this would be perfect for this scenario. You can run a Strand primary weapon to make your Tangles, or create them in a myriad of other ways just with the Strand subclass. Run Cloud Strike as your special weapon with 3 Arc Surges on your boots, and then the God Roll Grenade Launcher. You can load like 17 into the mag in this thing, so you proc bait and switch just as someone grabs the Tangle that you made, so now you have a 10-second strand buff, unload all your grenade launcher shots, this would take right around 10 seconds, and then you no longer have a strand weapon buff, but your surges on your boots are still giving you Arc Surge, so then unload Cloud Strike until the DPS phase ends. Unfortunately, there is no Stasis Orb, so you can't use it with Cold Comfort, but if you're using Stasis weapons for DPS, then you'll just have to run Stasis Surge on your boots. But this works with Void, Solar, Arc, and Strand as long as your weapon is matching your subclass. Anyways, that is it for the video. Like I said, I just wanted to make people aware of this interaction. I've done a bunch of testing on elemental orbs, so my next video will be breaking down everything you need to know about them. So if you don't want to miss that video, consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching and take care.